free education for less privileged children in our society. The Roches Foundation is 20 years old now.
Wow.
20 years, yes. And over time, we have trained over 15,000 children, less privileged children, free books, free clothing, free uniforms, free school fees, everything free. And currently we have over 4,000 graduates who are now working scattered all over the country.
That's nice. Wow.
Now, I took a lot of interest in this particular topic. I know, Kayla, you're aware that I started a TAP challenge,
Yes.
and the TAP challenge was aimed at getting people out of poverty, getting Nigerians out of poverty, because according to worldpoverty.io, we're about to take over from India to be the country with the most people living in extreme poverty from February, this next
Wow.
month.
That's crazy.
So we need to start sowing seeds. We need to start doing things to make sure people are getting out of poverty. So I'm so proud of this foundation. How many children did you say you guys have?
Over 15,000.
Over 15,000
Yes,
students.
and still counting. Yes.
And still counting.
Yes, yes.
How come all people get to hear about your dad is... How come no one's ever talking about... I almost could not believe it. I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. So
you know what's funny? That if you remember when we were having our crosstalk,
Yes.
remember that we talked about education?
yes.
And we talked about how, we need to work on the education system in Nigeria. So just listening to you both talk about the fact that you are educating people, and when they're done, they're now being employed in the society, and they're giving their own quota. It just makes me feel happy, and I feel like if more people are doing that, we can actually get to the point where we can have the right people in position and in power. So that's really commendable.
Wow, guys. So tell us how you started. Yes.
Okay.
Tell us how you started. Tell us how far you've come, and tell us your plans for the future, especially with regards to education for the less privileged.
Shall I take?
I'll take that one. That's one question that I love to answer all the time, because it just reminds me of how far we've come. The Roches Foundation started 20 years ago, like I said, at Masalachin Duma. It's a street in Jos where we would go out and feed the poor as a family. It was a tradition that we held once every month, every Friday. And we kept seeing these children. It was just not enough to give them food and come back the next Friday. And then my dad decided to start a school to actually empower these kids so that, we could empower a generation. And we started a school in Owerri. And that's how we've grown into 10 different states. We have the Roches Foundation College in Owerri, Ibadan, Jos.
Ibadan, that's where I came from.
Yes, Ibadan, Jos, Enugu, Kano, Yola, Zaria. We have about 10 schools. We also have the Roches Foundation College of Africa.
Now, are these schools free?
Free, from everything from uniforms to clothes to tuition, books, everything free.
Wow.
Yes, yes. And our plan for the future is to create the campaign, start the campaign that every child should count, and every child deserves the right to free and to a free and qualitative education, because we believe, I love a particular quote that says, "He that opens a school door closes a prison door." So if we empower these children, we're only ensuring our future, and we're only ensuring the generations yet unborn. So what the foundation is doing, and as the DG and my brother here, is to start a campaign this year that the free education scheme should not just be about the Roches Foundation, but we want everybody to get in the business of educating at least one child. Freeze just spoke about the alarming rate of poverty in the country, and this can only be eradicated by proper education. Once you educate a child, you empower a village, you empower a generation, and that's what the core focus of the Rochas Foundation is. Amen.
All right, we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be taking this a step further. We're also live on Instagram and YouTube, so you could join us and be a part of that. It is The Road Show right here on 96.9 Cool FM. A quick break, and I'll be back at you. All right, let's continue live on social media. Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm talking to the audience here. We seem to have a big audience on YouTube. So,
Hello.
hi guys. You know, I've always believed in eradicating poverty. We started the TAP challenge in December, and the essence of the TAP challenge was to use your tithe, a portion of your income, to remove at least one person from poverty. When I heard 15,000 students were educated up until university level, I was like, you guys are coming on my show. I'm putting you guys on my social media. I don't care about the statues. Okay, well, I do care about the statues, but this is more important to me. So let's look at this, and we're gonna ask a lot of questions on the air. I want to know, how did you, university level, you say?
Yes.
Has anyone you people started putting through school finished university totally?
We have a lot. We have a lot.
4,000.
4,000? That's not a couple. You have 4,000 university graduates that finished off your foundation.
Well, no, let me correct. We have 4,000 graduates from secondary school.
Okay, 4,000.
From university.
From university?
Yeah, from university, I guess.
Yeah.
From university.
And we also have some graduates. We have one of our students who was
MIT.
very bright and actually graduated from MIT, got scholarship into MIT. We have some of them in Dubai, London, and Ukraine. They're scattered all over. And it's a wonderful story. And the beautiful thing about it is some of these people who have been empowered, they're actually coming back to give back. In one particular case, Chijoke, who graduated from Rochas Foundation College, Owerri, went on to study in the United States. His first salary, he used it to buy a carton of books and pens and brought it back to the Rochas Foundation and donated it as his first seed. Now that gave me joy.
That's a seed.
Yes.
That is a seed.
And that gave me joy and excitement, because that's what this dream is all about. To empower people, for them to empower, you know, the next generation. And we have another young man who's from Ghana.
Yeah.
Orphaned.
Orphaned from Ghana. He's Ghanaian.
He's Ghanaian.
Okay.
On the streets of Ibadan, found his way into the Rochas Foundation College Ibadan. He's now a graduate of business administration, and he started a little fast food business with 5,000 naira called F&K. And
please go get an F&K.
And he's grown that business in his very little way, and he has about 3-4 branches right now in the southwest. And today he was just empowered to do more. But the exciting thing about this is the network that this creates for the Rochas Foundation family, because once they see a fellow Rofosa, they're more inclined to help and to lift the brother up. So you can easily summarize it by saying that we have over 15,000 brothers and sisters scattered all over the country, and that's a huge network. And their motto is give back to our world. So the idea is they've been a product of love, they've been a product of giving, and it's time for them to give back, you know, to the same system that gave them.
Now, my people here are just like me. They're very critical. You know, we criticize everything.
Sure.
So they say they want proof. They want to see videos. They want to talk to the children.
Definitely.
So you know what? We're going to bring some of the children
I'd
here.
love to. Tomorrow.
I'm going.
Can we come back tomorrow with them?
You guys want to use all my airtime.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
So she's willing. You see.
Definitely.
Let's not judge. I'm not saying you have every right to feel whatever you want to feel about a political candidate or a governor. You're entitled to it. But this is a seed that has been sown. And if we would take this singular act, let's at least applaud the family on this particular act. Okay?
Somebody says, Daddy Freeze, you want to join fake pastors to support fraudulent children? No. I read the statistics to you guys every day. We're about to become the country with the most people living in extreme poverty. If this is one step towards getting people out of that poverty, I'm sorry guys, but I'm with it. They are here, they've not paid me one single naira. The only thing is, they're sowing a seed into Nigeria, sowing a seed into our future, into the next generation. And I cannot ignore it. No matter what my political affiliation or their political affiliation is, that's not the time. This is not the time for that. The time now is he has educated 15,000 people free of charge. With schools, how many states do you have your schools in?
10.
10 states. Free schools in 10 states. If the church cannot do it, I would rather follow them. At least on this one, I'm with them. I cannot sit and watch my... Did you see? My story came out on Instablog Niger. And half the people did not understand that the story was not even about me. If you can't read Instablog and understand, how do you want to read Bible? How do you want to have experiments or create or innovate? We need education, and if anyone's providing it, I think we need to applaud them. So can we please put your hands together for these people? Please. Let's celebrate them. If you want verification, they've promised they will bring verification. They've seen people as far as MIT in the US. There was a story of a guy. There's a story of a guy I heard who finished from their through Rochas Foundation University, and he even got scholarship to MIT from Rochas Foundation. Another person got 1 million to expand his business. That's the top challenge. That's what I stand for. Am I going to see them do it and now say because it's Rochas, I will now not celebrate that? Please, guys. Let's support them with this particular initiative. Nigeria has been through a lot. I love the theme of this. Let's give to one another. Brotherhood, love. What else? What else am I hearing this evening? Reaching out. Is that not what we should be talking about? Please. So we're going to quickly round this off. I don't want to take too much of your time. You know, normally before I do videos, I announce so you guys are prepared. I'm just not jumping and chopping up all your data. But please, let's support them on this. I'm going to take them back on the radio. Bailumi, come and take this thing and show all of us. When I'm talking, just beam it on my face. When they're talking, beam it on their face. You'll have to tell me in a few minutes because this phone's about to die so we don't lose all the recording. All right, so let's go. We're going live on the radio now. Where's Kayla? All right. Okay, so we'll just round everything off now and all right, it is 96.9 Cool FM, 21 minutes down, 7 o'clock, and it is a very brilliant Thursday. One of the happiest days of my life because I love seeing people give back, especially to the less privileged. The more I watch the story of Nigeria unfold, the more I realize that our hope is in the less privileged. If we don't educate them, they will rob us. They will downgrade our intellectual ability. You can't be the only educated one living among uneducated people. You would have to eventually downgrade to their level because they won't upgrade to yours without the education. So you guys are doing something in the right direction. It's a charity organization. It's free of charge. They don't need any support. They just want you to know what they've done so far, and I'm so happy with this.
And question, Mike.
So I want to ask, how do you get the kids involved? You know, is there some sort of criteria, or do you just reach out to these children? Like, how does it work? Because somebody might say, okay, I can't send my children to school with the Rochas Foundation. Take my children in, that kind of thing.
We have a lot of people who are aware of the Rochas Foundation in the states where these foundations are resident. So what happens is we have cases where agents nominate these children.
Okay.
When I mean agents, just people walking on the streets, they see kids roaming and we refer them to the foundation.
Nice.
And then we put them through questions, ask them, about their family, their background, just to make sure that they fit into what we're looking for.
So there's like a
That's
verification exercise.
There is a verification
Exactly.
process. But I must say though, that's one of the challenges. If you'd ask me what challenges we face in the foundation.
I was going there.
One of the major challenges is because of the quality of education we provide in our schools, we have families who disguise themselves as less privileged children to come into the school. So we've had cases where, we found out only after 5 years later that, a child is a privileged child. And this is because of like I said, the quality that we give. And that's why, I'm knocking on so many doors. We're asking for people to understand our story. When people hear it and people believe it, then the story goes further. And then we attract the actual kids who deserve this and who needs it. So there's a need for our story to be told. And that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, I guess everyone is watching now. They can see what you're doing. And today you did something. There was a graduation ceremony, or was
it was a Southwest conference. So
okay.
For old students.
For old students.
Yes.
How was that like?
It was fantastic. So the Rochas Foundation family is growing bigger. I mean, 4,000 graduates. That's no small thing. This conference, the type that we had today, was just a channel to keep the family together. Because they're becoming adults. Some of them are married with children.
Wow.
If I have the time, I want to tell you a particular story that broke me. One of our graduates, her name is Esther. She came on stage with her young son, and she said that the Rochas Foundation had changed her life and had changed her story, and her son and her son's children would hear of the Rochas Foundation story, and it just transcends into how one great deed or one act can bless a generation and more generations yet unborn. So what we do is to make sure that this conference was to make sure that we bring the family together, keep track of what some of them are doing, if they're working, if they need jobs. And there was a great network that happened today, and we had the likes of Tara, House of Tara, who took up one graduate and said, she was going to do a free training on makeup. So that was exciting.
Amazing.
We had Leo Stan, the CEO of Zynox Computers and Udala, offer a training internship for one of them.
Good.
So it was a whole lot of networking, help. Mr. Lanyo Olushola was one of our speakers, the catalyst, and he's offering to mentor some of these children.
These are the people that are actually giving us hope when it comes to empowerment and education of.
Is that Frank Edoho I see?
Exactly.
The young children, So that's
Frank Edoho in the building.
That's very inspiring. Do we need to go on a break?
All right, we're going to go on a quick break. Guys, you heard the story. I love you all. Please support this. Let's make sure we eradicate poverty in Nigeria.
On social media?
Yes.
What's your foundation plan?
RochasFoundation.org. We have rofosa.org.
We're going to come right back.
Are we late on commercials?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'd fired it already before you
Frank!
fire it again. All right, guys. Please quickly give us your social media handles. What are your social media handles so people could check your story out?
How are you?
At Rochas Foundation.
At Rochas Foundation.
Yes, on Instagram, on Facebook. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to tweet this on my Instagram. Don't worry, we're going to get all the verification we need. We're going to tread carefully. I know you guys are worried. So am I. But I'm just so excited to hear children getting off the street, 15,000 graduates, 10 schools across the country. I think we need to...
And a Rochas Foundation College of Africa with 5 poor children from each African country.
It's taking it to Africa, guys. I like how it sounds already, but we're going to take it one step further, and they're going to bring... We should visit.
The school, yes. You should visit the schools, take a tour.
Guys, I think the Free Nation in Christ needs to actually go there to do verification. Please, guys, what do you think?
Awesome.
When are you? I need a delegation of 10 people.
Please.
10 people. You guys are going to come. We're all going to go there and check this out. Who's with me? All right, guys. Catch you tomorrow when we'll be doing our teaching as usual. Thank you so much for coming through. God bless you.